checkerboard, gray and black goalkeeper kit today for the Riverhawks.
And we are underway. That'll be stuck right off of Duffy.
Well, it's funny.
Here we go.
It's become the fashion now in soccer. Kick it long and try to get that deflection, try to get the team pinned in right away. Not sure I love it. I kind of like when they kind of try to build a possession or something, but it's pretty much everybody's doing it these days.
Nakajima will throw it in. Will the grad student from Japan, headed away by Hilla. It comes to Jamin Go-Go Peters. He's wearing the captain's strap for the Bears, who have leadership by committee this season. Looking to switch, Snaith sending Elizalde. Tracking back is Walt, and he'll send it away. It'll be a throw-in for the Bears.
Yeah, if anything, I think fans can expect an exciting game tonight. Both these teams are going to be pressing a lot, and it's going to be a lot of back-and-forth action. It's going to be a matter of who can capitalize and take care of their chances when they develop in the final third.
Ball sent out toward midfield. Wharton tried to settle. Cutting back on him is Esnaola, and it'll be set back by the Bears. D'Agostini comes back to the near side. Amaral with a touch for Duffy. And boy, there's some pace from UMass Lowell early. Here comes Nakajima. Recovering on him is Duffy. Gives him a grab of the jersey. And as they continue to jostle down this near side, and Nakajima to the corner, looking to perhaps draw something from the Bears, and well defended by Duffy. Ball ends up back with Oscar Perez.
Yeah, that was really great on both ends. Great defense and great job by Nakajima to hold on to that and keep possession.
UMass Lowell wearing the Royal Blues with white numerals and red trim. Located about an hour and a half or so from here up north. As the ball's turned, good touch pass by Alex Champagne. Found its way to Mateo Costa, now out to Pham, sends it towards center, headed down, settled, driven, nice cutback, and stuck wide, deflected by the Bears. A nice job by Stefano D'Agostini, but UMass Lowell get its first corner of the game. It comes a couple of minutes in. Watch the turn.
Yeah, this is a team that loves to control possession, loves to keep teams pinned in their own end, wants to make the Bears sit back, keep them on their toes on their half of the field.
That's a sequence there. You saw Hilla lunging past the oncoming Riverhawk. Here comes the corner from the near side. Low in-swinger, headed away by the Bears, as I think it was Snaith who got there. And here comes Jamin Go-Go Peters working out. A little touch to the right, allows a couple of men to get back for UMass Lowell. Jamin tried to push to center. It was awayed by Costa. And a nice cutback by De Silva off Snaith in the battle of the eights, and it'll be a throw-in for the Riverhawks.
Yeah, that pass from Go-Go Peters really needed to be to Elizalde's right, not to his left. Wound up cutting a little bit behind him, and that kind of killed the attack there for the Bears. But shows you what Brown can do in transition. Coach Wellman pretty high, and if they can get in behind this UMass Lowell defense that's aggressive, they play a high line at times, and leave themselves open to the counter. And you just saw the Bears exploit that there.
Walt and Perez. Perez with his left. Lifts it over the top. They're trying to send it through to Pham. Duffy with a touchback for Max Pfaffman. Pfaffman switches and will send it away out to Go-Go Peters on the far wing. He'll keep it between the stripes. Drops a pass back for Grayson Mitchell. Mitchell turning midfield, Wharton and Snaith. Snaith sending it upfield. Palela was checking back to the ball, however, and it'll run all the way to Medrano. He'll give it a quick touch for Perez. Perez from Spain. Medrano, we said, from Guatemala. They also have a player from Japan, a player from Argentina, and a player from Germany among the starting 11 does UMass Lowell, and Canada as well.
19 international players on this UMass Lowell team. Something that Coach Wildman talked about, a lot of those older internationals, some transfer students, very experienced, very savvy, very veteran team for Kyle Zanoni this year.
As they press Pfaffman, he'll come back to the near side for Hilla. He looks up, puts it on the ground ahead. It's just behind Elizalde. Came to Palela, trying to set Lorenzo Amaral. D'Agostini heading back. Has a man coming for UMass Lowell. That was Esnaola, the native of Argentina. And up the left side comes the Bears. Jamin Go-Go Peters on the left side. Centering pass was looking to connect with Palela, who had the goal against Rhode Island on Tuesday night. Tracking back, Grayson Mitchell will center it for Hilla as the Bears look to work through center. Snaith switching fields all the way over to Ike Doffey. Doffey back for Hilla. Surveys the scene, and he'll go wide to the left for Gogo Peters. Heels to the far sideline for Jamin. Drops back for Grayson Mitchell as the Bears tried to possess here for a bit. A little settle. Turned, just missed Elizalde, and just couldn't connect with Amaral, who was checking hard to the ball. Snaith with Champagne behind him, looks over to the left side and finds Gogo Peters again. He's double teamed. Little turn. Palela still has the ball. Drops it for Amaral. Looks to take his space. Gets through the middle. Amaral, the drive to the score! Let her rip, Lorenzo, and it's 1-0 Brown.
Oh, it's been a long time coming for the Bears. Number 10, the junior from Orlando, with an absolute laser into the top corner to give the Bears the early lead. What a shot from Lorenzo Amaral to give that Bears that early lead.
Not really a whole heck of a lot that Alvaro Medrano could do on that one. As you'll see the Bears, just some really nice patience starting with Palela on that left side, Mike.
Well, one thing that maybe goes unnoticed, too, Dafe started to make a run down the right. Then he stopped. That kind of drew one of the other defenders, opened up just a little bit more space for Amaral, and boy, did he take advantage of it. And, it's kind of strange that's only his first goal this season. Of course, last year exploded, 8 goals, 6 assists, first team All-Ivy. He was absolutely incredible. It's been a slow season start for him so far, but wow, that could hopefully unlock some things for the Bears if your head coach, Chase Wildman.
Chase Wildman spoke to us yesterday pretty candidly about the Bears' results. Said the URI game was a good result, felt the same way about Fairfield, but also said winning games 1-0, you're going to need to start scoring more goals at some point.
Yeah, that was really kind of the bottom line from both coaches. Coach Zanoli talking about that as well. The 1-0 win over Merrimack, as good as that was, felt that could have been 4-5, 6-0, the way they were playing and controlling that game. So these are two teams out here right now that are, they've been playing pretty solid defense, but the offense just hasn't been fully clicking yet.
We're heading into the 7th minute of the first half. Bears getting the first one, 1-0 on a Lorenzo Amaral rocket from about 20-something odd yards out. Nakajima has the long throw, does the grad student from Yokohama, Japan. He's winding up for it and takes it inside the 6. Faffman waiting on his line, little collision. Snaith with a man on his jersey as Pham was trying to pull back on him. Good attack there by Elizalde to force Perez back. And off to the right side, Mauro Fernandez will play it up and over the top. Nice settle by Hilla. Looks to Snaith. Snaith will dribble, go all the way back to Faffman. He cleans it and sends it away. Out to Amaral. Man on his back is Nakajima. Hands all over him. Lorenzo keeps dribbling, cuts back to center, and they want to switch fields. It'll come to Palela in the midfield. He's looking left and gets it over to Jamin Gogo Peters, who's clearly the quarterback of the Bears' attack. Overlapping run. Comes Grayson Mitchell on the left side. He cuts back, plays it towards center, keeps it moving. Does the Bears? It's tipped in front. No one on the weak side as Amaral was crashing. The Riverhawks will settle and head back upfield with Pham.
Yeah, we told you it was going to be a bit of a track meet here tonight. Both teams up and down, high intensity, high pressing actions. For the Bears, it's going to be critical, though, that they are pressing as a team. That's got to be their team identity. It can't just be one or two guys out there.
Pham went down kind of awkwardly. He got tangled there for a moment with Lorenzo Amaral, and it was his right knee and shin that seemed to come up a little bit lame. So he's being tended to by the trainer, and it just saw the way the collision was. There was no malice or foul there. He just sort of got locked up with Amaral and maybe got a cramp. We hope he's okay. And again, as Mike just mentioned, the first 8 minutes of this one have been pretty high intensity, and both coaches talked about that with us, Mike. It's a quick turnaround. The Tuesday game you typically would like to give Wednesday off, and then it's Thursday, Friday, film, train, get ready to play again.
Yeah, and if you're UMass Lowell, bus trip involved there too. So quick turnaround, but it seems to be a good rhythm for both teams right now. Sure. Obviously getting closer to conference play for both. For UMass Lowell, obviously part of the America East. They were picked tied for 7th with UAlbany this season. For the Brown Bears, Ivy League play on the horizon, where they were picked 4th and trying to make the Ivy League tournament for the 3rd straight year. So it looks like Pham is going to come off for now.
He's being tended to by the trainer, but they have not subbed him yet.
Yeah, they got a pair of guys warming up. We'll see who Coach Zanoni wants to go with here.
Yeah, they just got a
and
third
how much
guy.
time the official's going to give them to get a replacement on for Pham. That's a big loss. We highlighted him at the top. Obviously, their leading scorer, an exciting player, a guy who's really good with the ball, kind of makes things happen up top. So that's a big loss for UMass Lowell here early on. We'll wait to see the jersey number. Oh, it's the 99.
Yeah, Ethan Ajari Dunso, the junior from Canada, will check in for Pham. He actually goes to the far wing. That pushes Linus Musilak over to the near side.
Number 99, Ethan Ajari Dunso enters.
Far wing, Go-Go
11,
Peters.
Justin Pham.
Snaith calling out orders. He gets an open Zion Wharton on the left side. Wharton cutting back. Continues to take his space. Good drop. Go-Go Peters dances back, feeds Snaith. Snaith from range will go back to Grayson Mitchell. And the Bears Grayson will drop it back for Matthias Hilla. He'll come to the near side, settled by Ike Doffey on the right. Doffey takes his space, plays it to center, not a bad look. Palela looking to turn, drops it back. Elizalde's shot right on frame.
Yeah, it was just leaning back a little bit, hard for him to get full power into that shot. But a nice little build-up from the Bears. Again, they've been doing a nice job of switching the point of attack, but also finding some soft spots in this UMass Lowell defense. Now, obviously, with the Riverhawks having to chase the game down 1-0, that might open things up even more for the Bears.
James Snaith settles in the midfield, dances past a couple of Riverhawks being chased by De Silva, goes back to D'Agostini, and Snaith fouled behind the play. You know, I was watching him being kind of harassed by De Silva, and they locked up well after the ball was released.
Yeah, there has been a lot of extra contact out there, a lot of shirt grabbing array. That's the first foul that's been called, but good job by the official keeping an eye on what was happening behind the play and went over to give De Silva a little verbal warning as well after the ball got restarted.
Hilla out ahead. Good look for Elizalde. Finds Wharton in transition. Zion taking his space. Delivers it to Elizalde on the right side. Elizalde looks to take his space. Couldn't get through two defenders. Good job holding his ground by Oscar Perez. Turning on the near side is Musilak, native of Dortmund, Germany. And they'll switch fields over to Henry Walt, native of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where Kyle Zanoni did his coaching before he went to UMass Lowell.
Yeah, that's where he graduated from.
Yeah,
class of 06.
Hall of Famer out at Wisconsin, Milwaukee. And I actually think there was a game in the old, I'm going to go way back machine, Mike, where he played against Brown in the Adidas Fila, or the Fila Soccer Classic at Yale.
Okay.
As Lorenzo Amaral's run down, play on, called with the ball out.
And he's been allowing a lot of that kind of contact to go.
Good look up the right side for Donso. Jare Donso gets to the end line. Good ball to center, is scored! A great ball. Connecting with Alex Champagne, the Temple transfer, bangs it home, but a terrific run on the right side by Ethan Ajari Donso. And it's tie game, 1-1.
Get him the ball situation as well. First goal for Champagne. And what a timely one there. Not much maybe Pfaffman could have done there. It was a little bit rooted to the line, but again, we talked about the Bears' ability to counter quickly. Well, UMass Lowell can certainly get up and down the field in a flash as well. It looked like Mitchell had him and then just got it underneath his foot. No one had closed in on on Champagne, and he was able to connect onto Jare Donso's pass.
Beautiful diagonal run by Champagne. When you see the way, when they break that down on film, you'll see his run coming from maybe the near side of the box to space. A lot of soccer coaches say the hardest thing to teach is moving without the ball into space, and some great communication there with Ajari Donso, who just a great run.
Well, the super sub, right, comes in for the injured Justin Pham, and an immediate impact from the junior out of Canada.
And it was well defended by Grayson Mitchell, too. It was just a great ball, and you see the finish was right there.
Yeah, the only thing perhaps maybe he tries to close him out a little quicker, but you got to be careful of, foot stabbing in there and getting too close. You try to split the difference, but if they get that through you, just obviously puts it in a very dangerous spot. And credit Champagne, beautiful one-touch finish.
Shunsuke Nakajima touches back for Perez. He leads it ahead for the 22. Mateo Costa drops back again for Nakajima. Nice touch there for Musalak, who sends it to center. Resetting is De Silva, looking to go over the top to Musalak. Up goes Daffy, settled by Snaith. He'll lift it out to Elizalde. And Amaral can't catch up to it. And it'll be a Riverhawk throw as we are into about the 12-minute mark here in half number one. Teams trading brilliant finishes. Amaral and Champagne, respectively.
And now it's about, how do these teams manage the moments, right? How do you respond to a goal if you're Brown? We saw what UMass Lowell did. They didn't seem phased at all, Mike. They went right back into their style, right back into attack mode. And they're going to keep bringing it. So the Bears now got to find that extra gear as well and find a way to respond.
Each team with a couple of shots. Each team with a goal early. That one's going to go all the way back to Medrano. Steps over the ball and sends it to the right side, Walt. And over the top, trying to send Champagne, who is very fleet of foot. Left side, great ball. Mitchell for Jamin Go Peters. Being tracked by at least one defender. Jamin cuts back, gets inside, drives a shot. Off his line comes the goaltender. He headed through and off the goal line. How is that not a foul, though, on the goaltender as Medrano came out and just clobbered Palela.
Ran right over him.
There was very little attempt at the ball.
Well, yeah, he couldn't get to the ball, so he just decided to throw Palela down.
Here's a look.
Yeah, this is...
Bears corner kick.
I know you give the goaltender some leeway, but and that bounce right in front of Palela. He was unable to make a play because he was getting tackled.
Corner kick coming for the Bears. Amaral will take it from the near side corner. See if the Bears can answer. It's on the far side, a little too heavy. Kept alive by Daffy on the far side. He'll curl one back towards center, headed by D'Agostini and sent away by the Riverhawks out to Donso. He starts the run. Drop pass comes across square for Costa, and he'll reset left side for Musilak. Musilak looking left of Daffy, continues to take his space. Ike stops him, and now turned by Zion Wharton to the near side, settled down by Nakajima of the Riverhawks. Little touch towards center. Costa's pass De Silva's pass picked off by Wharton. Here's Amaral to Snaith. He'll pivot in the midfield. Tries to go through. It's kind of in that no man's land between a couple of forwards and on to the foot of Medrano. On the ball, De Silva swings it to the left side for Oscar Perez, the senior from Sagunto, Spain. All the way back to Medrano. The Bears locking in the Riverhawks fairly well here. Ball comes through Champagne, settled in the midfield. Snaith, run down, and there will be a foul called as Inaki Esnola took him down. Quick restart. Lorenzo Amaral taking some space, drops it back for D'Agostini as we are a third of the way through the first half in a 1-1 game. Palela with a man all over his back. Centers it. Elizalde's shot on frame. That was a good job by Palela to be poised enough to release that pass with Walt trying to get a official Palela jersey on.
Yeah, Walt was all over him. Nearly hauled him right down to the ground, and we saw how that worked out for the Bears when they played UConn. So they were able to get the pass off. Elizalde got pretty good foot into it, but unfortunately for him, right at Medrano.
I'd want a Palela jersey.
Why not?
Out ahead, Walt through center. Wharton, square for Lorenzo Amaral. Amaral gets around. Champagne lost his footing but kept his balance somehow. Nice turn. Go Peters has it swept away, and that's going to run all the way down to the corner. Kept in by Stefano D'Agostini. He'll play it for Matias Hilla, and the Bears will start back upfield. Wharton. Left side, D'Agostini surveys the scene. He and Hilla trying to decide the best place to go. That ball's knocked out to the stands, and we'll finally have a throw in as the ball exits the pitch. Mike Duffy. Sent over the top. Agostini has a man jumping into him. Who me, says Esnaola, but yes, you, sir, says the official.
You can't dive into someone's midsection in midair. At least the last time I checked. You never know.
I mean, stranger things have been permitted.
Yeah, you knew this was going to be a physical game. You knew it was going to be high intensity, fast-paced, up-tempo. Neither coach is going to be shying away from that type of game here tonight.
Snaith and Wharton. 17 and a half gone here in the first half. 1-1. A little bit of a fast pace, I think, to the first 15 minutes or so. Both teams kind of locking in well now through the midfields, respectively, as throw-in will come for Grayson Mitchell. It's a good throw-in. On the left side, go Peters. He'll drop back for Wharton. As UMass Lowell seems to be pretty content to step back and let the Bears pass in these situations. They like the quick counterattack, and there'll be a foul on the Bears' D'Agostini in the midfield as he came up on De Silva. Nope, sorry, that was not De Silva. It was Esnaola, but nonetheless, it was a quick restart by the Riverhawks. Turn to the near side. Trying to release from Musilak. Headed by Duffy. Brought down to feet by Zion Wharton. Elizalde couldn't get there. Good read by Oscar Perez. And back out again to Musilak. They really want to attack this left side. Centering pass. Costa. Once again, De Silva. Walt. And now it'll be UMass Lowell's turn to play out of the back line.
Again, they play very similar styles, Mike.
Good ball for Champagne. Slicing through. Bumped back. Costa over to the far side for the danger man. Jari Danso had that great run that led to the UMass Lowell goal. And he's serving off the far wing. Pfaffman back on his line. Musilak letting it fall. Turn to the near side for Mateo Costa. Drop back. A little grab at James Snaith, who sends it away. Trying to chase it down. Palela got a foot to it. Elizalde collides. And that was actually Mauro Fernandez putting himself in a bad spot with a slide.
He took a wide kind of slide at Elizalde, and Elizalde doing his best to avoid the contact, trying to jump over him. Might have caught him.
Yeah, I mean, it had the makings of a couple of freight trains colliding with one another.
I mean, if Elizalde goes into a sliding challenge as well, that could have been
very gross.
A disaster.
Yeah,
so he was trying to avoid it. Watch how early the slide's going to come here from the top of your screen. Boom.
Oh, yeah, he collided. It didn't look like he got him in the head. It looked like he got him between the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wearing the captain's strap is the senior Mauro Fernandez, a native of Fitchburg, Mass. Be the second Riverhawk to exit the pitch. And see who the Riverhawks have up. I mean, Fernandez does play kind of that holding midfield position. Looks like he's okay.
Yeah, I think, because he was grabbing his head, they have to at least get him checked out, right? All the concussion protocol stuff, but
he's going to run right back on as soon as the
I think the AR says, yep, go for it.
Which you like to see, truthfully.
Of course. You don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
No. Ball played through. Here comes Fafman off his line. He'll fall on the ball. And quickly roll it to D'Agostini. The last time we talked to Coach Wildman, not this week, Mike, he was talking about still trying to figure out the right combinations up top. We featured Mads Stidstrup Peterson at the top of the broadcast.
Yeah,
we've yet to see him.
Yeah, and I think also just trying to find out the minutes component, right?
Yep.
Mixing and matching. You want the combinations, but then, how long are you playing each of these guys? So you're 20 minutes in right now. You probably expect the Bears to start getting a couple guys ready to come in, next, 2 to 5 minutes here. And, it is a luxury for sure to bring in someone like a Mads Stidstrup Peterson off the bench. And, try to go at some of these more tired defenders, right? He's fresh. These guys have been out there for a bit.
Yeah, you think about some of the guys that we expect to see, Langdon Griglis, who's, logged a lot of minutes over the years.
Yep, Marshall Treese has seen a lot of time this year. Sure.
Yep.
He certainly has options,
Sure.
And that's what you're going to need as you get towards Ivy League play. We know how much of a battle those games are.
Derby contest on the horizon Tuesday night.
Yeah, Providence team is down right now. Suffered a tough 2-0 defeat on the road at Seton Hall. A bunch of things just didn't go their way in that game, which was another just physical and a hard-fought, intense game.
Bears pressing on Medrano. Here comes Lorenzo Amaral. Medrano decides to go upfield. D'Agostini wins it in the air. Zion Wharton for Gogo Peters on the far wing. Dribbles back. Finds D'Agostini again, and D'Agostini surveys the scene. Has Hilla to his right. He'll give it to him. As we near the midpoint of half number one, it's a 1-1 game. Out ahead, Palela run down from behind by Oscar Perez. Professional foul for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Very strong challenge that time from Perez, the senior from Spain, and not taking any chances with Palela.
Left side. Grayson Mitchell distributes. Lost the, I think, a little environmental awareness there. I don't think he realized how tight it was against that sideline.
Tough angle there for that pass.
For sure.
Especially with having to worry about Ajari Danso.
Palela goes up and returns the favor. He's like, hey, look, I got the ball.
Yeah, again, it was almost like Fernandez was coming in underneath him.
And I think that's what Palela's trying to explain.
And Nakajima kind of went low. Palela was already airborne. I'd like to see, hopefully, we get another look real quick as the referee continues to chat with Palela. But the contact was undeniable. But again, once he's airborne, where's he supposed to go?
Left side, here comes Musalak, trying to turn on Ike Doffey, and will draw a corner kick with a kind of nasty left-footed cross that Ike unluckily stuck across the end line.
Yeah, obviously you have to make a play on that if you're Doffey. You can't let a free cross come in. And for the
You
Bears,
you
have to be careful on this corner.
Yeah, up comes Walt, all 6'3" of them. Perez up as well. There's the corner. Snaith there.
Yeah, almost a carbon copy of the first corner. Snaith able to get ahead on it at the near post.
Headed away by Ike Doffey. Turned down by Musalak. Nakajima plays it to the near side. Looking to distribute it to Silva, and it's in on Fafman, and he'll gobble up what was, they were trying to get a cutter through.
Yeah, but that was good communication, though, because at first it looked like Hilla was going to make a play on it, but you have to be so careful, though. You get a slight little deflection. That one's in the back of your own net. So Fafman doing well to call him off. You're a keeper. You got to control your 18.
Ball sent upfield by Fafman. Gogo Peters goes up. Second ball, Elizalde has a man all over him. Drops it for Snaith, who just couldn't collect. Champagne comes back to the ball. Little touch. And out to the left side. Nakajima again. Ahead for a takeaway there. Musalak lost it as Doffey with a well-timed step. Amaral, D'Agostini, and now left side. Grayson Mitchell making the overlapping run. Gets it from Gogo Peters and lifts it up and over the top.
Yeah, just couldn't get the angle right again that time. Mitchell flying down that left side. Would have liked to maybe see Gogo Peters just pass it a little bit earlier so he had a little bit more room to work with down that side. But UMass Lowell defense was doing a nice job in transition.
But short goal kick sent up towards midfield. Settled by Grayson Mitchell. Looks to his left. Sends it down the line on a diagonal. Palela making the run. And Walt got there. Nice stick kept in between the stripes. Keeping moving is Fernandez. Little touch to center. And the 1-2. Can Wharton get back? He gets a foot on it. Takes the angle from Costa, who plays it over to the left side for Musalak. He works against Daffy. Sets it back. Nakajima plays it ahead. Does Nakajima for Musalak. Little touch. Champagne has the UMass Lowell goal. Back out to Nakajima on the left side. Daffy containing him. That's a good first step. Centering pass is behind and sent away. Snaith looking to get a piece there is Cristiano da Silva. Taken away Amaral. Cuts back. He's got 3 blue jerseys in or around him and somehow finds his way to a throw-in for the Bears. And that will allow Brown to make a change, and I think it's going to be Elizalde and Palela off in favor of Carlo Brown and Marshall Treese. So good minutes for Diego Elizalde and for Mateo Palela.
23, Diego Elizalde.
So kind of as expected, about that 27-minute mark. Bears making some changes.
Daffy throws it in. Carlo Brown, first touch for Treese. And putting Treese on the wing, that's out of bounds, it's a Brown throw, allows the Bears to push now Amaral to the interior as they make some, moves within
well, yeah, again,
the lineup.
it's combinations you were talking about earlier. Who's going to work well with who? Where can he slide people over? Obviously, a lot of these guys are versatile. They can play inside. They can play outside.
Good ball played up and over the top. Carlo Brown just into the match. And now you see Treese up top and Amaral back out to the wing. So a lot of interchangeable parts, as you might expect. Snate lifting it to the right. Can Daffy get there? Curls one back, and that's a corner kick.
Yeah, it should be. Well done by Daffy to catch up with that. That was a tricky ball to get to. Didn't look like he was going to get there at first. Got the deflection off of Musilak. And now the Bears will have their second corner kick of the night.
Corner kick. Number 10,
Amaral took the first one. He'll head over to take this one as well. Will Brown's goal scorer for the night.
Set pieces for the Bears. Been a big source of their goals. Emerald does have that nasty in-swinger with the left foot from the near side. Let's see what he can do here.
Here's the movement. There's the corner. That's right on goal. Driven, chopped down, and off his line. Medrano.
Yeah, still have a player down, one of the Riverhawks. There's a bit of a pile up in front of Medrano on the initial corner.
Fernandez again.
I don't know if it was Fernandez. Let's see here.
I think it is. Yep.
No, I think it's Da Silva.
Or is that Da Silva? They're looking at the right leg.
The
8 is Da Silva, yeah. And he will take the slow walk to the sideline. They're keeping the trainer.
Yeah, she's been
busy
tonight.
Yeah, Pham went out early.
Third or fourth time she's already had to go out there.
I'm going to go back to the corner kick. I mean, it was a little bit long, but still, Bears made something out of it.
But it was low, came with good pace.
Yep.
It was definitely something they could work with there.
For sure.
Well defended, though, by the Riverhawks.
Hilla comes back. Daffy on the right. Pass intercepted by Nakajima. They'll try to switch fields. Well read by Grayson Mitchell as Jaridanzo fell. He battles with Gogo Peters. Nice touch by Gogo Peters. Keeps it moving to Zion Wharton for James Snaith. He cuts back. Emerald calling for it. It comes to Daffy. It's just behind him. And the counterattack ends up by the wayside. UMass Lowell throwing it in. Nakajima touching back for Perez. UMass Lowell still down a man when Silva came off. I
No,
don't think. Does he come back on?
Yeah, he came
okay,
out.
all right, yeah, there
away.
he is.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was pretty quick.
That looked like a handball.
Yeah, maybe his face or his hand. It doesn't really change much here, this
No.
part of the field. So
The Bears were calling for it, so I looked at the official. He kind of indicated side of the face, and despite the Bears' protestations, Zion Wharton wins it in the air. Nakajima out to center, settled by Esnaola over to the right side. Keep an eye on Ajari Danso. Turns back, has a helper in this one on a finish from Champagne. Far wing, Grayson Mitchell picks him up. Forced back, Go Peters with a nice redirection off of Ajari Danso, and you can see he's a little frustrated, but that's the right call. It's a Brown throw.
yeah, really good recovery by Go Peters, coming all the way back to help out Mitchell. Forced Ajari Danso the other way, and then getting that lucky little deflection.
Settled in the midfield, trying to chase back. On the right side, Mauro Fernandez. He'll go all the way back for Walt. Well off his line is Medrano.
Well, you know, Coach Zanoli said, you know, Medrano, the difference with him, he's a little bit more, you know, younger, a little bit more confident, but also very aggressive at times because of that confidence.
All settled. On the ball again is Costa. Ajari Danso. Nice touchback. Fafman, you could hear the communication, at least we could up here, from D'Agostini. Out to Amaral with a man on his back, and they will get the foul. I think they were waiting to see if an advantage developed.
Yeah, I mean, Nakajima, first of all, hit Amaral before he even had a chance to jump. Then he grabbed him as well. So kind of the pick your poison which foul you want to call.
The referee stopping the clock, not too happy. Gives a little warning to Linus Musialak for the little chip of the ball after the whistle. Hilla out to the far wing. One in the air by the Riverhawks. Ajari Danso on that far side. Turns it back to Fernandez. And settled by Mateo Costa, comes all the way back to Perez. And he plays it to the near side. Back to the ball, Musialak. Touches. Near sideline, Nakajima. Back for Perez again. Looks like a trio of Riverhawks getting ready to check in.
I think he's got four of them down there.
No, now there's a fourth. Yeah, there he is.
A whole line change out there. Well, these guys like to get fresh legs out there.
Be a throw in for the Riverhawks. They will get the change in. It'll be Oliver Holmstrom along with Ethan Young, Ben Intason, and the fourth man I think is Liam Duggan. Checking in. Off come Champagne at the goal. Esnaola with, I think, Musialak and Ajari Danso. So fresh legs on the attacking side of the ball for the Riverhawks.
Yeah, nice little cameo, though, from Ethan Ajari Danso. With that assist and giving the Bears some problems down that right flank.
Yeah, he's quick. And came in essentially cold. I mean, you're not expecting to go in at 9-10 minutes, typically.
Yeah, coming in for the injured Justin Pham at the time.
And Pham, you know, we haven't seen him come back. I mean, sometimes you see guys go out in the first half, they come off for a few minutes, and we'll see if his night is over or if he's back in come second half. I mean, not really a lot of reason to take Ajari Danso off. He was giving you some good minutes. The Bears press. It'll be played out by Medrano. Setting up under it, Hilla. Snaith. And now near side, Nakajima will come to the near wing. And a little bit of a missed touch there from Intason. And now three Bears will answer. As Brown checks in, looks like it's going to be Mad Stitstra, Peterson, and Langdon Griglis, along with Sawyer Turiachi.
Yeah, just the third appearance for Turiachi. And out go Peters, Amaral, and Wharton.
Goal for Amaral and a lot of good minutes, I think, for Jamin Gogo Peters anchoring the attack on that left side. Daffy throwing it in. Carlo Brown hauled down. That'll be a foul on Nakajima. And it's a good place for a restart for the Bears. They'll send over Stitstra Peterson to take it.
Coach Wellman talking about the set pieces, always a factor. You know, the corners, the long throws, kicks, and you know, this one's right on the edge of the attacking third. With Stitstra Peterson, has a knack for putting these balls in a very dangerous spot.
Stefano D'Agostini is calling for you. You can see his hands up on the
have
far
four
side.
guys out there with their hands, and they're like, get me the ball. And we've seen the aggressiveness from Medrano.
Dijkstra Peterson curls one, headed and released out by, I think it was getting to it was Inthason. Last man back is Grayson Mitchell. Nice stick to deny Ethan Young on the counterattack. That one, though, sent up the far side. Liam Duggan, fresh legs. Sent across, good ball. And Doffy stuck a leg out to it. Marshall Treese couldn't get a leg on it. Turned by De Silva. Delivers it to the right side. Good ball behind the D. Centering pass, and Doffy cleans it out before Ben Inthason could get there. It'll be a corner kick for UMass Lowell with a very dangerous counterattack.
Yeah, a couple of great opportunities there for the Riverhawks. Look at that ball, so silky there from De Silva. One touch put it across, and Dafe, nothing he could do but put that one out, as waiting to be the man was Ben Inthason. Another corner kick for the Riverhawks, second of the night.
Fappin got a hand on it. Second ball played away by eventually chopped down Mads Dijkstra Peterson. On the far side, it's going to be dropped back by the Riverhawks. Costa playing it in. Faffman called for it. There's going to be a penalty. A penalty shot is being called. Grayson Mitchell got tangled with one of the Riverhawks, and the Bears don't like it.
Well, Mike, you go back to the play earlier where Medrano came off his line and tackled one of the Bears. And the referee's going to take a look at it on the replay monitor down below.
As he should. I mean, that just looked like incidental contact. We'll get to see what kind of look we got at it. Real time didn't look like it warranted a penalty being called.
Yeah, we'll see if we can pick it up here.
Oh,
no. I mean, that's just 23 there. Duggan's just kind of slowing down, looking for that contact. I don't see anything there that's a penalty, especially if you let the Medrano one go. I mean, if you don't call that, of course he does.
So, once again, to quote John Torpy, the Brown men's lacrosse coach, there's the eyeball test and there's the iPad test, and in that case, the PK didn't pass either one.
Yeah. I mean, it looked like nothing in real time. Certainly didn't look like much of anything in slow motion replay form either.
Well, and again, in consideration of the Medrano non-call as well, I mean, here's Mads Dijkstra Peterson left side, gets himself free. He's picked up by Duggan, drops the pass back. James Snaith on the ball. I'm sorry, it's centered in and headed nicely by, I think it was Carlo Brown going up for it, and right into the midst, though, of Alvaro Medrano.
Yeah, but Brown able to sky up, got a little deflection on it, but, not anywhere away from Medrano.
Toriaci and Doffy. Nice service by Snaith, too, to get that ball in. Griglis back. Toriaci. A few first years getting action tonight for Coach Chase Wildman's Bears. That one is set upfield. Doffy screening his man, and we'll have a throw-in for the Bears. So if you're keeping track at home, Marshall Treese, along with Carlo Brown, are up top. Toriaci, Dijkstra Peterson, Snaith, and Griglis are your midfielders. Up goes Dijkstra Peterson. Snaith swings it out to the left. It hits the back of a Riverhawk. Snaith, the reset for Mads. Chopped down, and that'll be a foul called on the 14, Mauro Fernandez.
Yeah, Fernandez just coming through both legs of Dijkstra Peterson there. Another easy call for the official, and again, it's right on the edge of the attacking third.
Well, the Bears will see what they'll do with this. They'll have Doffy heading up as well.
Yeah, they're bringing the big boys up. They're going to make a play on this for Peterson.
Mads calling out the one-man obligatory shadow in front of him. Chips it up. Like Carlo Brown was the desired target. Toriaci turns, chips it up, and it'll be gobbled up by Medrano. And he will throw it in. Recovered back by James Snaith. He'll go all the way back, Will Snaith, for Grayson Mitchell.
Yeah, Medrano just got a little bit too much air underneath that one as he tried to connect with Young on that far side.
Stitcher Peterson out ahead, tried to split through a couple of attackers for the Bears. Doffey trying to read it, steps in. Nice recovery by Intasan, and he looks to turn. A cutback. Here come the Bears. Griglis drops it down. He was run down from behind. It comes to Toriachi. He looks to turn, drives a shot. It's deflected. And off his line comes Medrano. Some helter-skelter in the middle of the field. The referee elected to keep the whistle in his pocket. Not any fouls called. And here's the sequence that led to that break.
Yeah, Griglis kind of got caught from behind, took a little ricochet, and Toriachi, who's been dangerous since entering the game.
It almost came up and caught Perez in the hand, too. Here's Doffey. Nice turn. Toriachi looking to turn. Heel pass Nakajima. Centering, and back on the ball is Duggan. UMass Lowell wanted the call with Nakajima going down.
Yeah, well, it's turning into one of those games where almost any time two players are close to each other, you almost could call something, and that's going both ways. Bears getting very physical, as are the Riverhawks.
On the near side, Nakajima settles in front of his own bench. Looks to center, and out ahead it comes for De Silva, who's looking to switch fields. Gets it across to that far flank for Ethan Young. Young, picked up by Grayson Mitchell, enters the box, and then lost the ball. I think he saw Mad Stitcher Peterson as well and just couldn't figure out how to distribute. Brown trying to counterattack. Marshall Treese, little slide, drop pass back. Griglis from Carlo Brown, left side Snaith, keeps it moving. Looking right has Ike Doffey across the midfield stripe with inside 5 left here in a 1-1 game, first half. Hilla looking to switch fields, going over the top for Mad Stitcher Peterson. It was headed down, well played by defense. Right to left. Sent upfield. Doffey goes airborne. Run down. Play on call. The referee watched the play. Checking to the ball comes Treese, and that one's coming up to us. Didn't quite have the distance.
A little bit short.
Little short. 4 minutes left here, first half. 1-1 game. Goals for Amaral and Champaign. Brown and UMass Lowell, respectively. Goals separated by a few minutes. 6th and 10th.
11th, so 5 minutes in between.
I can't do the math. 11, it's extra finger.
Your math ain't mathin'.
My math ain't mathin'. Nice heel pass. Grayson Mitchell centers it. Chopped down was, I think, Toriachi.
Yeah, Bears have been able to get into a dangerous spot there, just inside the PK mark, in between the PK mark and the 6. It caused a couple of problems for the Riverhawks, but haven't really been able to turn it into much of anything. But they've been able to get into those spots. A lot of it started on that left side.
Left side, Grayson Mitchell. Centers for Hilla. And Intasan coming his way. I don't know if Ike's going to get to that one. Nope, that's going to run for a UMass Lowell throw-in. About 3 minutes to play here in the first half. 1-1 game. Both teams have gone fairly deep. 5 men apiece coming off the bench for coaches Wildman and Zanoni. On the ball is Oscar Perez. He'll go all the way back for Alvaro Medrano. The keeper launches it ahead. Making the run is Intasan. Gets around Doffey and then lost the handle for a goal kick. And just a little too hot was that ball for Intasan, who doesn't look like he's wearing shin guards, does it?
They wear smaller, and so they put basically paper plates inside their socks now. I don't know why you wouldn't want at least a little bit of protection down there, but hey.
I don't think he's wearing anything.
No, I think he's got the little tiny. I don't know what the rule is in terms of how big it has to be, but it's getting smaller and smaller each year.
I wouldn't play without him.
No. See, Fernandez, he's got the good ones on there, so you can see it there. Little bump out.
Well, here comes Mad Stitcher Peterson on the counterattack. Toriaci making a run towards center. Cutting back for Grayson Mitchell. The ball returned by Griglis over to Snaith, who comes to the right side. Doffy making the run. Ball switched to the left side. Carlo Brown heads it down. Steenstra Peterson. Nice stick by Henry Walt.
Yeah, just couldn't get that shot off. Tried to dance by a couple defenders, but
Hilla. Toriaci. Yeah, just couldn't pull a trigger there, Mike. Counterattack, Toriaci, right side. Picked up by Nakajima. Snaith towards the corner. Delivers it back to Toriaci, and now Doffy looks to center.
1 minute remaining in the
Griglis with some space. Comes back right side, Snaith. Drives a shot across. It's over the top. That is going to be a goal kick. I thought it might have caught a deflection, but
if anything, it was off of Carlo Brown's hair.
yeah, for sure. And we'll get a goal kick coming out.
In a car alarm. First I thought that was some kind of horn. I was like,
Yeah,
why are
me
they blowing
too.
the horn
Yeah,
now? I was like, I don't see
doing the
any
same.
subs at the table.
I had the same thought, Mike. Half a minute left here in the half. And up goes Doffy. It's over his head. Hilla knocks it downfield. Carlo Brown tries to set it for Treese. There's Toriaci in the midfield with 15 remaining. Toriaci hauled down in the midfield.
9,
Referee decides to eschew the whistle.
7,
Right
6,
side ahead for
5,
Oliver
4,
Holmstrom.
3,
Puts it across.
2,
It'll be gobbled
1,
up by Faflin
0.
as the half comes to a close. 45 minutes in the books.
That
We
is the
are
end of the
tied.
In the first half, well, all he did was have a beautiful assist on the UMass Lowell goal from Champaign.
So we are underway as the Bears knock it up and over the top and pin it into the corner.
What do you think of that new
I don't like
start to? Everybody does it, men and women. I've seen it so much.
Yeah, I hadn't really given it much thought until you mentioned it earlier today, and well, now it's going to be like one of those things that like, I just can't get out of my head. Up, climbing the ladder was Zion Wharton, checking the ball. It'll be sent away by the Riverhawks. One in the air, second ball by Iñaki Esnaola, and out of bounds. For our entire hard-working ESPN team, my broadcast partner Mike Mancuso, Camp Mana down on the field. My name is Mike Rubin. Thanks for making us part of your Saturday evening. It's been a good one here on a beautiful, beautiful Saturday night.
Yeah, certainly entertaining, Mike. Really good pace to this one, up and down. Both teams creating chances. A couple of nice goals on each side. But who's going to have that one final magical moment here tonight? Find out in the next about 44 minutes.
Princeton has taken down Albany in men's soccer action by a 2-0 count as the Bears look to counter. Steenstra Peterson, well taken slide by Oscar Perez.
Yeah, both guys doing well there. Peterson, a little hesitation, try to get Perez to bite. And Perez timing that sliding challenge very well.
Left side, Steenstra Peterson drops back for Robledo. He'll go back all the way to Snaith. Snaith cuts back. Robledo taking his space. Cuts back through a couple of defenders. Lost his footing. Steenstra Peterson the drive. Blocked out. Snaith cuts back on De Silva. Ahead for Steenstra Peterson, and it's cleaned out by Henry Volt.
Oh, what a heck of a fake there from James Snaith. Totally got De Silva flying by. Tried to connect with Peterson down low, but Bears coming out of the gates a little heat here, putting some pressure on the Riverhawks. Of course, they got the instant offense in Grayson Mitchell and his long throws.
See what he offers here. Steenstra Peterson in front of the netminder. Pushing and shoving. Headed down. You can see the pushing and shoving. I mean, I think Toriaci put his hands up. Check that. It was not Toriaci. I think it was Hilla. He had his hands up. And it'll be a free kick for UMass Lowell. Medrano at the 6.
Yeah, freshman's been very good this year. 3 shutouts in his 4 previous appearances. Obviously gave up the 1 today, but, came in number 10 in the nation in goals against and number 6 in the nation in save percentage. He's been a tough guy to beat in his 4 previous appearances, 2025.
Ball knocked downfield. Walt Mishit.
Totally sliced that one backwards.
Carlo Brown couldn't quite turn it out. It's a wade by the defense. D'Agostini knocks it down as flopping around was Esnaola.
Yeah, he's always putting his shoulder into guys just, as they're jumping or moving across.
Throw in comes to Mateo Costa for Fernandez. Turned over. Zion Wharton sending it up the near side. And knocked out down the tunnel it went.
It wants to check out the monitor down there.
Wolt's second straight knock out of bounds. Here comes Robledo. Robledo, the first year from Santa Barbara. Wharton in transition with Carlo Brown having his jersey held. Centering pass reset by the Riverhawks. That's going to run as it was just behind the 14, Mauro Fernandez.
Yeah, it's almost like they got a little too cute with it down there. Fernandez had a chance to just blast it out of harm's way, but now the Bears have him locked in for another Mitchell throw.
Well, here comes the Grayson Mitchell throw in. From range, up goes Hilla. That's a corner kick.
Yep, sure is. Bears had the initial deflection, but I think it eventually went off the rear end of Henry Walt. So this will be Steestrup Peterson territory from the near side.
Corner kick.
Third corner kick
Number
of the night
7,
for Brown.
Matt Steestrup Peterson.
And the Bears are going to try to kind of hem in the keeper, Medrano. That's where the Bears got to be careful not to get too physical. The referee eyes locked in on everybody who's right above the goal line.
It's a good corner. It's right in front and cleared off. As getting a head on it was Mateo Costa. Marshall Treese with a touchback, shoulder to shoulder with Snaith. Ball set back, Wharton, Treese looking to turn. Cuts back towards center, little touch. Carlo Brown looking to turn, trying to get around the defender, and it's going to run for a goal kick.
Yeah, great defense on the far side there. Oscar Perez letting it roll out, shielding that ball away from Brown. It's Carlo Brown trying to turn the corner here. Another dangerous ball. Again, Peterson's got great service, and that's why you keep a guy on the post. Mateo Costa, the freshman from Germany, able to knock that one away.
Cornell with a 3-0 win over NJIT in some Ivy League men's soccer action. They continue to be certainly one of the teams to beat. Throw in comes to the near side. Wharton, Stitcher Peterson. Trying to turn through. Treese deflected off. Fernandez, who'll work left to right. Sorry, De Silva, who gathers it back from Champagne. Nice stick by Robledo. And that one slid out of bounds. It'll be a Brown throw.
That was very timely there from Robledo, though, as they had Ajari Donso flying down that right side.
About 7 minutes into this second half. Stitcher Peterson up the near sideline. Carlo Brown couldn't get a body on it, and it'll be a UMass Lowell throw. Taking the toss will be Mauro Fernandez. Quickly for Costa. Setback Perez looks to switch fields over to the left side. Linus Musilak on the ball for the Riverhawks. Ahead for Champagne. He turns, he shoots. What a save by Pfaffen. And the second shot ends up wide from Iñaki Esnaola. And Pfaffen comes up with the stop of the day so far.
Yeah, just made himself big there. Nice little reflex, strong arm. Keep it out of the net. Esnaola, though, a golden opportunity. Watch this rebound attempt here for Esnaola. Came up a little high for him and just couldn't direct it on frame. But very dangerous counter there out of the Riverhawks. Nearly setting up Champagne.
Those were words we anticipated saying this evening. Dangerous counter. Many times for both teams, the way the styles have emerged. And it has not disappointed in that regard. Treese turns. Brown looking for Stitcher Peterson. Nice takedown there by Fernandez. The Bears come away with it. Mads centering it. Toriachi trying to get it back to his front foot and couldn't. The Riverhawks will reset as Mateo Costa sends it away. That's off Robledo. It's a UMass Lowell throw.
Agostini's got to be smarter than that.
Yeah, he's getting another yellow, and he's had a couple this season already.
That's just a second.
Oh, okay. I thought he had.
Last year is when he.
I thought he already had two. I'm
had
sorry.
A ton, but
we were here for the last one. It was against UConn. I thought there was one in the Holy Cross game, but I stand corrected.
A yellow card has been issued to the Bears. Number 4,
last year, I think he actually
D'Agostini.
did he wind up having to miss with that fifth one? Yeah.
Yes.
Came an Ivy play. Bears trying to get cooking here in the midfield.
Brown, Toriachi, and Treese chasing on the right side. Snaith will have it knocked by Nakajima. Intercepted. Grayson Mitchell. Good look for Carlo Brown, right to left. Carlo run down. Two hands extended by Cristiano da Silva. Snaith leaving it for Stidstrup Peterson.
And it's like, yes, it doesn't knock him down, but it completely throws him off balance.
Out ahead, here's Treese. Tried to fake it through Walt. And Walt sends it upfield. The referee was thinking about a call on Treese, but play on called. Robledo was trying to make a step there on Jare Danso. Fafman sends it away. Snaith, touch out. Turned back by, once again, Costa. And sent up the left side. Over the head of Grayson Mitchell. He settles. A touch for Hilla. A dangerous pass. And put across. Mads out ahead. Treese run down in the midfield. And a professional foul on Henry Volt.
And that's the second or third time he's had a professional foul like that to snuff out a Brown counter.
And a 6'2" sophomore taking down Marshall Treese. That's the Bears are asking, is how many times that's going to go for before he gets booked.
And again, smart place to do it, right in the middle of the field. But you got to take the accumulation of those type of fouls into account if you're the official.
Robledo, Stidstrup Peterson cuts back, tries to get around Fernandez, and does with a touch for Snaith. Robledo again with a man on his back, little touch, Snaith. And again in the triangle is Matt Stidstrup Peterson, centers for D'Agostini. He looks right and plays over to the wing. The Bears reverse for Grayson Mitchell. He'll touch back for Hilla. We're about 10 and a half gone here in half number 2. Snaith in the midfield. Carlo Brown was releasing, but he went off sides. The Bears decided not to go to him. Out ahead, Treese cutting back. Carlo Brown, great touch. Toriachi into center. Down with the goaltender, and they're going to call a foul on Toriachi. They're going to stop the clock. And I don't know, Mike. It looked like Toriachi was actually the one who was being pulled from behind.
Yeah, let's see if we can get another look at this. Toriachi.
Oh, yeah, Nakajima and Toriachi got tangled. I think it would have been appropriate for there not to be any call there, to be honest with you. Nakajima put his hands up, and
I think he'll be okay though, Mike.
I think we're going to see I think we're going to see another Stevenson Pinsent's miracle.
We've witnessed quite a few over the years.
We have. I've also had a chance every now and then. I do think they have pretty good theater department up there at UMass Lowell.
Well, fortunately, everybody seems to be okay.
Yeah, that's all we can hope for in a moment like that. Up goes Hilla. Zion Wharton. Looked like that was a handball. And it'll be touched by Treese. He looks to his right. Had Toriachi. Gives it to him. He looks to cut back and just a tough handle. Nice step by Wharton. Trying to pull down Champagne and does.
And that's a foul.
That is 100% a foul.
Yeah, Wharton won, and he says that jersey already has a goal in it. Needs that Champagne jersey tonight.
And that got right in the midsection of Carlo Brown. And that is going to hurt. That was launched by Walt, and Carlo Brown got that one in a most uncomfortable spot.
Yeah, that is quite unfortunate for the Bears. We'll see if he's able to continue right now.
Well, he's getting up and breathing, so that's a good sign. I don't think he's even coming off the field. Bear trainer didn't even move.
Yeah.
Agostini turns, plays it ahead. Snaith through the double for Stijstrup Peterson. He's doubled, but plays a touch right off of Ajari Dunso. And
that's a bad call.
That's not a great call. Nope. Looked like it was off Ajari Dunso, and the referee bought it. No, I understand that. Throw-in's going to go over the top of everybody. Lifted by the Bears. Step to the ball by Treese. Toriachi run down, and there's the foul call. They're going to back up Snaith, although curious as to why. Hilla over to the right side. Grayson Mitchell out ahead. Hit out of bounds off of Toriachi. Well, 13 minutes gone here, second half. 1-1 game. A little bit of a different pace, I think, to the second half than the first, but still a pretty evenly contested match. As that one's over the head of Carlo Brown. He's going to run the ball down as it's down to Medrano. He's forced to send that out of bounds. Kind of a bouncy pass that came from his back line to Medrano.
Yeah, it was a tough one, kind of slow, high bouncer. Not much else he could have done with that.
Grayson Mitchell throws it in. Treese mixing it up. Touchback for Perez. He sends it out of bounds again at midfield. They're going to bring the throw in. Oh, my goodness, they're saying it never went out of bounds. They're saying it never went out of bounds. And it's going to be, or is it going to be a throw-in? How's that a UMass Lowell throw-in? I thought they were saying it was a handball. So I think, Mike, they're saying that it went out of bounds. It never went out of bounds, then the Bears kicked it out of bounds to set up the throw. Either way, here go the Bears in transition. A quick touch. Toriachi, the shot just wide in a bid for his first collegiate goal. It was a great counterattack. First on the touch that came through the midfield from Marshall Treese. Toriachi, his shot just wide, and they had Medrano bolted.
The cutback here by Toriachi to get the defenders off his back. Watch right there. Cuts it in. Beautiful shot. Would have had Medrano dead to rights if that's about, 6-7 inches more to the left. But again, the Bears found something with Toriachi here. He's been able to get free on a couple of chances now.
There's Treese. Again, the Bears have had a lot of different combinations. Timmy Brown's played up top as Zion Wharton went down. Carlo Brown for Mads Stijstrup Peterson. Snaith making the run, left side, turns it back, over the head of the defense, but into the midst of Medrano.
Now, Medrano, he has been pretty impressive, as you would expect. Coach Zanoni saying he's a guy that could definitely make game-changing plays. Some big saves over the 4 games he had played before this. As UMass Lowell trying to get down the other end quickly, but that one snuffed out by the Brown D-line.
30 minutes of soccer remain as there'll be a foul called on the Riverhawks, and substitutions will check in. The Bears will get Treese and Toriachi off, and they'll replace them with Go-Go Peters and Amaral.
And I was just thinking on that last trip down the field how it could be interesting if Coach Wildman could get Lorenzo Amaral and Mads Stijstrup Peterson out there for the same time. We haven't seen them out there tonight yet, and that gives them some great options. He's got each of them on their own respective flanks right now. Amaral on the right, Stijstrup Peterson on the near side left, and now with Go-Go Peters, another pacey guy out there as well.
It's a good look by Stijstrup Peterson, trying to send Carlo Brown. Robredo steps up on the ball for UMass Lowell is Fernandez. He centers for Perez and slides as he sends it upfield to the shifty Ajari Danso. His pass is a little behind Champagne, but does connect with Esnaola. He dribbles in the midfield, lost his footing, tries to get through 3 Brown jerseys and has to drop it all the way back to Mateo Costa. A little more than 16 minutes gone now here in the second half. To center, here's Amaral in transition. What the heck is that?
What kind of card is he going to give him there?
That should be red, Mike. I mean, he's taking a guy from behind on a breakaway.
He wasn't the last man back, but that is certainly card worthy.
Amaral was off to the races, and I mean, watch what he does here. Watch what Mateo Costa does. That's.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that saves him is there are a couple defenders
Finish
back
behind
there as well.
him. Yeah, sure. So that's not red, but I don't know what Perez is lobbying for. That's brutal. As we'll see I'm not really sure what Esnaola is
been issued to
chirping
UMass
about.
Lowell's number 22, Mateo Costa.
So that'll give Amaral and the Bears a free kick about 30 yards out. Not certainly not as ideal as the breakaway we just saw. But you're seeing the Bears being able to get through. 4-man wall being offered by the red, white, and blue Riverhawks.
Well, and here's where you can get creative if you're the Bears, right? You can put guys almost in front of the wall, behind the wall, next to the wall, have some runners. Amaral certainly could hit from this distance as well. Plenty of options on the table here for Chase Wildman.
Well, it would be just if you're Amaral to maybe get one on frame at a minimum. As he sets up for a left footer, it looks like. Bears have Hilla looking to run, as does Snaith. Puts it in front and deflects off the wall, so it will be a corner kick. And that's what walls are made for, Mike. It was well held by the Riverhawks.
Yeah. Good job by the Riverhawks defense that time. Stayed nice
Number
and tight in their
7,
formation in the
Max
wall.
Peterson.
It does give the Bears another attempt here on a corner, their 4th of the night. And they will load that 6-yard box.
Yeah, they got everybody there. Just Amaral just outside the 18. Stitcher Peterson to the back post. And whistles aplenty. And
that was almost in before it was headed out, too.
Yeah, for sure. And a lot of contact. This one goes against the Brown Bears. And we'll see a free kick coming out for UMass Lowell.
No, it's not a goal kick, so he's past the 10 yards. I don't know what Medrano's complained about there. He doesn't have to exit the 18. Unless they were saying it went out. No, it couldn't have because it was an in-swinger. But anyway.
Go Peters splits through a couple of defenders. Puts it back across. Knocked by a foot. Sent out. Stepping up, Wharton. Comes back to Stitcher Peterson. Little side of the foot touch. Ended up on Jaradanso. Wharton, collision with the ball. Robledo has his jersey tugged by Esnaola. And Stitcher Peterson knocks that out of bounds for a Riverhawk throw.
Another man down, though, for the Riverhawks. I believe it is De Silva again. I'm not sure he's going to be able to stay on this time.
He's got that right leg
Yeah.
pretty heavily bandaged, too, and I think that's the one he's favoring right now.
For sure.
As Coach Zanoni comes out as well.
And he's been a guy, you know, he's only a sophomore, but Coach Zanoni talking about his leadership ability out there this season and how far they've come, both him and Mateo Costa, 2 sophomores that have kind of joined that leadership committee for this team, a couple of talented guys.
Of course, UMass Lowell picked towards the bottom of the conference, but it was a league that featured, believe it or not, I know people, the national champion last year, the Vermont Catamounts, and what was, to be honest, Mike, I think one of the more satisfying runs for those of us who follow college soccer, wasn't it?
It certainly was an impressive one, for sure, an exciting one. And that America East, man, I mean, Vermont's playing some good ball. Bryant, they are good. We're going to get to see them in a couple weeks here, but you know, they have been on it. I believe they're still unbeaten right now. They were up to number 17 in the country. But Ruben Resendez doing some great things with the Bulldogs just up the road in Smithfield. And wow, it looks like De Silva's going to come back in again.
Immediately. Nakajima on the left side feeds it over to Musalak. Good touch for Champagne. Grayson Mitchell trying to clean it out. A step by Zion Wharton. Champagne on it again. Mitchell tracks him back. Champagne was looking to turn. Kajima run down by Lorenzo Amaral, who got the ball. And it'll be touched all the way back out to De Silva. Silva looks, finds his man, Fernandez. He'll go all the way back for the goaltender, Medrano from Walt. Down to the far side. They'll reset with Musilak. Musilak centers to Silva. Left side, Champagne has the mark for the Riverhawks back in the 10th minute. Ping-ponging around, finds its way back to Walt again. As we've seen the Riverhawks do this a couple of times. See if that one's going to stay in. It does. Staying back on his line, Pfaffman. Up, climbing the ladder, D'Agostini. Sent over to the left side. Musalak was leaning back and rocketed it over the net.
That would have been a heck of a strike if he gets that one on frame, but fortunately for Pfaffman and the Bears, that one well high of the mark. Coach Zanoni, I think, frustrating, realizing that was a great opportunity there. Again, the dangerous ball that was kept in nicely by Jared Anso.
Third shot attempt for the Riverhawks here in this second half. They're being outshot by the Bears in the sum total 10-6. Shots on goal favoring the Bears 6-3. The counterattack came quickly back upfield. Bears happy with it. Let's see if they bring over Grayson Mitchell. No, they're going to send Robledo over to take the throw, and that's a part of that. It's a long run for Mitchell. Bears take it quickly. Steedstra Peterson. Drop back, go Peters. Overlaps with Mads. Drops it back to him. Passes a little behind him. He's able to reset for D'Agostini. D'Agostini for Hilla. He has Mitchell right. Gets it to him. He has Amaral flashing out to the wing. Out ahead for Carlo Brown. Top of the box. Carlo looking to turn. Gets to the end line. And that is going to be still inbounds. Everybody stopped. They call it.
Shouldn't that be a corner then? Didn't that take a deflection off of
the defender?
Perez?
I thought it went off Perez. If it went out of bounds, unless Carlo Brown, the ball was already out when he turned at the end line. From this, I mean, hard to tell from this angle, but that's how we were calling it. The AR's arm did go up, though. Hilla wins it in the air. It's a nice turn on the wing. Amaral run down.
Again, there's that professional foul. You know, Perez and Walt have had a ton of those tonight. And they're going to move the Bears back now 2 feet after a quick restart.
Ended up at the same place.
Exactly. That's why it's so silly.
Robledo. Steedstra Peterson. Snaith, who's gone the distance. Can he get it ahead to go Peters? No, he cannot. A little too much pace on that one.
It's one of those things where, you know, the team that gets fouled in that situation, you know, obviously a tactical professional foul to slow down the attack. If you're going to take the free kick a foot or two off of where it actually, I mean.
Well, we got 23 minutes left in this one, or just inside 23. We'll see when the Bears go back to perhaps Palela and Elizalde, who've been warming up. Touchback Pfaffman. Lifts that one upfield. Carlo Brown trying to put it under. Perez gets a knock. Musilak. Snaith with Champagne on his back. For Steedstra Peterson, the 1-2. Go Peters. Snaith tried to return it to Steedstra Peterson. And Walt able to get his foot on it.
Great work from Walt that time.
Ajare Donso out ahead to the right side to Silva making the run. As Ajare Donso in the box, can't get it to him. Bears did a good job of some positional defense. Headed down and cleaned out by Zion Wharton. Well away to midfield. Perez and Walt once again connecting. As the Bears settle back. Nice step there by Grayson Mitchell on the right side. Sends it ahead. Go Peters trying to put a run on it. And that'll be forced out of bounds. Walt had nowhere to go but the sideline.
Yeah, the heavy touch initially from Henry Walt that time put himself in a bad spot. Can the Bears take advantage with a long Grayson Mitchell throw? No, short this time.
They went to Mitchell Wharton did Mitchell. Snaith, a pass well read, but Musalak couldn't counterattack. Again, a first touch ended up letting him down. That one thrown for Wharton. Returns it to Wharton, does Carlo Brown. The heel pass too cute, no one home. Settled in the midfield. D'Agostini finds Dijkstra Peterson on the left. He's double teamed. Go Peters cuts back. Tries to split the defenders, gets it to Dijkstra Peterson. Puts it across, good ball. Corner kick.
Again, so well defended there. Perez in a perfect spot to knock that one away. But good interplay between Go Peters and Dijkstra Peterson. Like that little combination on the near side here in this second half.
7,
we didn't see that at all in the first half because they weren't on the field at the same time.
Chase Wildman barking out orders from the near sideline. Dijkstra Peterson with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Bears inside the 6. There's the corner. Headed down. It comes to Amaral. He's pushed off. Dijkstra Peterson sends it across. Wharton tries to climb the ladder. Champagne gets ahead to it. Touched back to the near side. Snaith finds Amaral. Amaral keeps it in. Dances back towards center. Steps over. Continues to work his feet into the box. Wants to draw a foul. Almost did. And there's a man down behind the play again for UMass Lowell.
I think it might be Nakajima again.
Yeah,
seen him down a couple of times.
Yeah, by process of elimination, I'm going with Nakajima. UMass Lowell is going to get Lee Feng, the native of Suwon, South Korea, up. See if we can see what tragedy befell Nakajima. He goes up.
Looks like he stepped on Wharton, so maybe rolled his ankle there.
I don't know.
And that was the only thing that was remotely close. One of his own guys in the vicinity as well.
He's holding that left ankle. Well, I know everybody who worked with the late Joe Castro has a good Joe Castro story. This is where when Joe Castro, as the trainer to many Brown programs, would have come out and said, you got the call or you didn't get the call. Let's go. One way or the other, let's get going. But in this case, they will continue to tend to Nakajima as Chase Wildman uses the opportunity to get an explanation from the fourth official.
And Coach Wildman said, why does every time they go down, they get a nice break, they have some water, they go over tactics and all this. I mean, they're using them as de facto timeouts, and so far the only one that wasn't able to continue was Pham. And of all the other ones, they're on immediately. So I think that's what Coach Wildman having that conversation with the fourth official there.
Well, Nakajima went down, and did he use up his miracle is the question, because he did get up the last time and seemed to be okay, and it looks like
Feng
he's
is coming in, I think, no matter what. So yeah, he's already trotting out there. Feng making his 7th appearance of the season.
First year from Suwon, South Korea.
Oh, he's okay, Mike.
Yeah, he's moving laterally. Seems to be okay.
Shake of the head, yep.
He's not even limping. Isn't that great? And to your point, Mike, that's where, yes, in some ways it's tactical, but in the other way, we've now had a stop in the action for about 4 minutes or so.
4 minutes, so now, are they making it? So Feng is now coming back to the sideline.
Well, he already stepped in, so does that?
But how does How does Nakajima get to stay out there if the trainer came out? Would be my question.
He's going to step on, I think, the far sideline, and the official's going to allow him to come back in from the far side because that's the side he plays. Or maybe he didn't use up his miracle. He seems to be okay. That's. They. In the words of Lewis Carroll from Through the Looking Glass, curiouser and curiouser.
He's back. He's okay.
He seems to be all right.
He's waved on.
They're going to get Stefano D'Agostini tied up there with Naki and Esnaola. And again, it looked like Esnaola had put himself in kind of a precarious spot, but again, Stefano had his hands up and around him, and that's going to get called every time. So stepping in front of the ball, the Bears trying to set up a two-man wall as Musalak and De Silva set up over the ball. Now trotting over is Ajari Danso. It's going to be De Silva's service. Sends that one up. Set down. Swing and a miss. Go Peters having his jersey grabbed from behind. And there's no advantage.
There was no advantage. So how is he not calling that? I mean, that's a card. That has got to be a card.
I mean, I'm watching Esnaola literally reaching out and pulling at Jalen
and that's
Go
to
Peters.
Stop the counter. I mean, it's not accidental.
Once again, I mean, I can't say I blame him for wanting a authentic Jamin Go Peters jersey, but they usually exchange jerseys after the game, I'm told. Go Peters chopped down.
Yeah, he got kind of punched in the gut there.
Yeah, by Walt.
And again, how many times does Walt? How many fouls does he have on the night?
Many, Mike. The foul count is now 12-8 in favor of UMass Lowell. Here's the foul. You can see the ball come up, and watch Walt just comes over, and the hands are up.
Well, and again, Go Peters exposed in the air like that.
And Walt is late getting there.
Late getting there and hits him. I mean, obviously a foul, but how many times is he going to be able to do that? And they're going to keep doing it. Why not? If you're not getting a card, might as well.
Stitcher Peterson. Ball is headed down. Amaral on it. Touch for Stitcher Peterson. He makes him. Centers and scores! Oh, my! Get that one ready for your top 10. What a finish. It's 2-1 Brown.
Oh, Carlo Brown with a magical touch. His first of the season, fourth of his career. The guy from New York City puts the Bears on top with about 17 and a half minutes to go.
Well, if anybody deserved one, it was Carlo Brown. He toughed out a brutal.
Steve Peterson, though, Mike.
Watch this.
This interplay with Amaral, incredible. And then the nutmeg on Fernandez right here.
Right there. Bang, bang, finish. Amaral and Steedstra Peterson. You saw the smile on Mads' face because that was fancy. 2-1 Bears with 17 and a half to play here in the second half. And Mike, more importantly, I think if you're the Bears, not letting the fouls or the physical play, the jersey pulling, not letting that get into their heads.
Yeah, I mean, they've
his first of the season,
fortitude.
Assisted by number 7, Mads Steestra Peterson.
So Brown from Steestra Peterson and
number
Amaral.
10,
Brown's first of the season.
Amaral.
Steestra Peterson's second assist.
In
Amaral's
the
third
73rd
assist.
minute.
And now the Bears will have to try to hold off this very intense, hard-working UMass Lowell team.
Intercepted by Amaral. He's off to the races on the right side. Gets to the top of the box. Centers. A drive and a score! Open the floodgates for Jamin. Go Peters. The counterattack. The Riverhawks had no answer for it that time. It's 3-1 with 2 goals in a couple of minutes' time.
I think less than a minute there, Mike. A 73rd minute goal, a 74th minute goal. as UMass Lowell letting the Bears get 2 quick ones. Amaral, though, gets the step on Nakajima. Beautiful ball, and the defense just playing too far off of Gogo Peters.
39 seconds officially between the goals for Carlo Brown and Jamin Gogo Peters. 72-25 to 73-04.
4-point night now for Lorenzo Amaral, Mike. Goal, 2 assists. Talk about, he's a guy, streaky guy. We saw what happened when he got on a roll last year, and boy, did he finish on a tear.
Well, and the question was, how do the Bears unlock Lorenzo? More importantly, Mike, you talked about it a minute ago. Alvaro Medrano does not give up a lot of goals. To get 3 behind him now and on the verge of a crooked number, that's a big deal for the Brown Bears attack.
Yeah, it really is. And, again, you said it, talking about the Bears' mental fortitude here tonight and how they, didn't get caught up in a lot of the shenanigans out there.
Yeah, that'd be interesting if the Bears can hang on to the result here. To hear from Chase Wildman about his impressions of the team's psychological awareness tonight, more so than the tactical awareness for sure.
Right, and again, the games aren't getting any easier coming up. A couple in-state rival games, Providence, Bryant, then Ivy play. So this is one of those games that truly gets you battle-tested for what's coming ahead.
Well, and Mike, you got to wonder if all of these stoppages in some way, get into start challenging UMass Lowell a little bit,
Well, it definitely breaks the rhythm of both
Right,
teams, no
exactly,
what.
yeah. Off the far wing, Lorenzo Amaral looking to send through for Zion Wharton. Intercepted nicely by Perez, who sends it away. Hilla goes up, heads it down. Snaith in the midfield. He's gone the distance. Nice touch, juggles around, gets it to Amaral, right side. Bears on the attack. Front foot down. Amaral fights through the attack. It came to center for Gogo Peters. Steedstra, Peterson, Wharton back to Mads. He looks to his left and now centers just behind Carlo Brown, who's one of 3 Bears with a mark tonight. Carlo Brown's goal sandwiched around the goals for Amaral, who had the first, and Gogo Peters, who as of right now had the third. And UMass Lowell getting some wholesale changes going. I have to imagine they're going to want some fresh legs up top with 15 to play in this one.
Yeah, Bears definitely playing with a little extra bounce in their step right now. But UMass Lowell is not going anywhere, Mike. They're going to be fighting to that 90th minute.
Coming from an offside position was Esnaola, and you can now change on these stoppages. And now the aforementioned Feng will check on. So too will Liam Duggan and David Garcia. So coming off for UMass Lowell, Costa, Nakajima, and
21, David Garcia, number 23, Liam Duggan, and number 66, Lee Feng enter, replacing number 6, Shinosuke Nakajima, number 22, Mateo Costa, and number 99, Ethan.
So Ajari Danso also off. And now the Bears will use the opportunity to take Mads Steedstra, Peterson, and Carlo Brown off. Great minutes for them as they were certainly influential in the
14,
second goal. Belonged to all of them as now Palela and Elizalde return, and they'll be fresh for the last 14 minutes of the game.
Yeah. Expect a spicy ending here, Mike, as both teams will be going for it. Bears are not going to be taking their foot off the accelerator. They are going to be continuing to press.
Again, the Bears cannot use Toriachi and Treese. Their days are over. They started the second half. Wharton fights past Esnaola, and that one turned out of bounds for a UMass Lowell throw-in.
Again, UMass Lowell, they've only given up more than one goal one other time this season. That was against UMass, the Minutemen. This has been a very stout defensive team.
That's a good UMass team. They tied Yale earlier today 2-2. Amaral dancing back around Duggan, chasing him. He gets it back to D'Agostini, who's playing with a yellow. And out to the right side, touched by Snaith. The Bears are going to have Providence College on Tuesday. And again, Ivy play looming on the horizon as well. I think you're here for the next 2 without me, Mike.
Yeah, that's going to be weird.
It's going to be a little strange. Yeah, it's unusual that I miss 1, never mind 2. But
it's life.
It's life. It happens,
It'll just make that next game all the more sweet.
Absolutely.
Right?
Well, Saturday, I'll actually be watching from New Jersey. I'll be away for a family affair.
Well, that will be the Ivy opener against the Big Green. Always a classic Ivy matchup there for sure.
No mute. Usually when I'm watching the other guys, I just watch, but I appreciate your call.
We'll make sure we'll throw some good nuggets.
I really hope so. About 12 and a half left here in this one. Bears leading 3-1 as it comes to De Silva at center. He'll drop back Costa. And swings it out to the right side, Walt. Ball put across. Mitchell lifts it out over the top on the right side. Amaral, a little burst of speed, gets around his defender.
Yeah,
and now
sure where Feng was going there.
Oh, here comes Amaral. Cuts back, has some space, sets it over. Go Peters, cuts back, and just kind of shanked the shot. It came off the outside of his foot.
Yeah, great work by Amaral. And again, I don't know what Feng was doing there. That's the last guy you want to just kind of give a free path to the ball. As Amaral cutting in from that right side, nearly connecting again with Go Peters. That's a nice touch on that pass for Go Peters, and just maybe felt the pressure of Walt at the last second. Good closeout from him to at least get in Go Peters' head.
On the far wing, the ball will run. Played back for Fafman. Comes back across. Middle of the field. Hilla comes back to the left for Go Peters. Grab at him by Fernandez. He gets past it and dishes the ball to Snaith. He finds Amaral on the right side. The overlapping run finds Snaith. He'll return. Left by Palela, who was, I think, trying to get it on a let for Go Peters. Amaral put his hands up, and a foul will be called, as Feng was the recipient of the hand in the back. Perez back. That ball sent upfield. D'Agostini is going to get called for a foul. It looked like his jersey was, in fact, the one that was being pulled. I think the official might have been fooled on that one. And it'll be Inaki Esnaola to take the free kick, and they're going to back Go Peters off. There's the quick restart. Esnaola turns, takes it across, and just missed connecting.
Yeah.
But he was offsides.
Yeah, Bears got to be careful, though. They were getting a little bit too casual there and not really setting up the wall. Amaral and Go Peters weren't even facing the ball. And then the quick restart.
The four Riverhawks who are at midfield arrived late, so I don't think the substitution's going to be allowed on this offside. Well, now they are going to let him in. Okay, so Holmstrom, who played in the first half, as did Ethan Young, checks back in. Junyong Huang and
number 12, Ethan Young.
Who's the other 13, player? The 28, Calvin Scholten from the Netherlands.
Calvin Scholten.
So off come Champagne and DaCosta, as well as Linus Musilak, and Esnaola's day is over.
Number 10, Iñaki Esnaola. And number 20, Alex Champagne.
So some fresh legs for UMass Lowell as the Bears.
Yeah, we'll see if that comes with a little bit of formational change as well. They've kind of been almost in a four-back system. We'll see if they maybe move one of those guys up, try to get a little bit more vertical here in the closing 8.5.
Bears look like they're going to be making some changes as well. The clock will stop when they do so as they lead. Centering pass. Out to center, Go Peters, out to the left side. Here comes Robledo. Keeps it moving for Elizalde. Dribbles across. Pass was looking for Snaith, intercepted by the foot of Liam Duggan. Ball sent up. Hilla tracks back, cuts off Holmstrom, and sends it out towards midfield. Palela trying to make a play on it. Middle of the pitch is Huang, and it'll be played back all the way to Walt. Near side for Young. Young on the right sideline, sliding underneath is Robledo.
Yeah, good help defense that time from the freshman Robledo.
Three Bears getting ready to check in. Doffey will check back on. So too will Shane Thompson and Carter Smith.
It'll be the third appearance of the season for Thompson when he gets in there.
Sliced out to midfield, tracking back Oscar Perez.
And Carter Smith hasn't seen the field yet this year. Played in 2 games last year.
Yeah, reserve defender. Hard to get minutes sometimes with this back line. As that's set upfield by Medrano.
Yeah, I almost wouldn't be surprised to see D'Agostini come off just based on he's playing with that yellow. And they've been kind of attacking him, so we'll see.
Here come the substitutions that will stop the clock with about 7 minutes left. So I think it's going to be
Roberto.
It looks like Hilla, Erickson. I'm sorry. Hilla. No, D'Agostini's staying out there, Mike. Grayson Mitchell.
And Hilla both off.
Yep.
Number 2.
Well, D'Agostini's got to be careful.
16,
He sure does.
Thompson, and number 28, Carter Smith enter. Replacing number 3, Grayson Mitchell.
Ball's headed
number
up.
5, Matthias
Upsets
Hilla,
Carter Smith.
and number 13,
and sent out of
Isaiah Robledo.
harm's way and out of bounds. Ball tossed in, sent upfield.
This is the 7th all-time meeting between these two in men's soccer. The Bears holding that 5-1 advantage. Last time they played, 2023. Charlie Adams, 2 goals in the 2-1 win.
Right to left. Palela out ahead, a turn by Elizalde. Has Amaral with him. Elizalde released it. Fang gets back. Near side, Smith checks to the ball. Releases left side for Go-Go Peters and keeps the run going. Jamin to the left side, gets to the end line, keeps it moving. Over the head of Smith. Snaith settles. Here comes a man trying to track him down, and grabbing his jersey was David Garcia. Midfield, Zion Wharton. The near side, Go-Go Peters. You say he got the ball, did Mauro Fernandez. To the far side, turned by Amaral, who's had a factor in all 3 goals tonight. Takeaway, ball comes out. Settled back for Fernandez, who pivots to the right side. Set back, Pfaffman on the ball. Well, the Brown men will be home next weekend. Brown women actually start Ivy play with consecutive road games at Yale tomorrow, at Columbia next week. Columbia 2-1 victory today over Cornell. Come from behind.
Yeah, Bears, the Brown women have looked very sharp as of late. Just the one blemish on their record, the loss here at home against Minnesota, but really took care of business on.
And honestly, Mike, that wasn't a bad game, the Minnesota game. No. The Bears actually outplayed the Gophers for stretches, just couldn't finish.
Yeah. The second goal came in the 89th minute, kind of a little bit of a breakdown. But they are firing on all cylinders. 4 different goal scorers in the 4-0 win over the Friars the other night.
Clock stopping as Brown gets Adolfo Diaz and Roman Novi Marks up off the bench. Right to left, Elizalde! The score! Mark it down, Diego! Well, the goaltender bolted, and what a finish.
Well, if this game needed an exclamation point, there it is for the Bears. 3 second-half goals, and maybe none prettier than that one from Diego Elizalde.
Well, Coach Chase Wildman wanted the offense to get unlocked, and the Bears' offense in the second half has been unlocked with a cheat code.
Well, Mike, this is a Brown team that's only scored 6 goals coming into tonight to get 4 on the board against one of the better defensive teams they've faced. Impressive stuff tonight.
And you just danced around Perez.
It's going to be a hard choice for our producers tonight on the play of the game. You got the Amaral goal. You got that one from Elizalde.
I don't know. The Stichtra-Peterson goal was...
with a pass, for Brown there. So many choices.
Anytime you mega guy to Carlo Brown, I think that's got to be your look. So, Bears making a couple changes. Palela and Elizalde check off as Novi Marks and Adolfo Diaz will get minutes. And again, credit to the Bears, I think, mental fortitude of this game. I'm very impressed with their character.
Point moments
that
could have sent them in a different direction.
And may have in the past. And I think that's something that this team has a little bit more experience, and I think that's something that Coach Chase Wildman will be pleased about. We'll be back to the drawing board for Coach Zanoni and UMass Lowell. This is a team that has had some success coming in. That one is sent upfield. Amaral has that turn out of bounds off Perez for...
Yeah, I think that they'll be most frustrated about tonight is, they weren't really creating the chances that they've been getting in some of their more recent games. Even against UMass 3-1 loss, they still, were able to create in there. It got dangerous. They did get one on the board against the Minutemen. Merrimack, that one should have been, again, 3-4, 5-0. Chances were there. The finishing maybe wasn't, but I think they're going to be a little bit disappointed there. But again, they haven't even started league play yet. However, they get a tough test out of the gate, taking out Bryant in their first America East game.
For sure. Left side. Go Peters dancing around. Got toward the end line, getting around Ethan Young. Just trying to get to the corner as the Bears are trying to pin it. And that might be a corner. No, it'll be a goal kick. I thought it was off Ethan Young.
It definitely did look that way.
Ethan Young doing a good job of defending. The transfer from Loyola of Chicago. Kansas City native. Kansas City, Missouri. Should clarify, there are 2 of them. Climbing the ladder, D'Agostini. As Go Peters sliding. Throw in coming for Mauro Fernandez. Long. Battles with Amaral. Play on, calls the official. Amaral continues to work upfield, looking to Snaith perhaps, and now he's going to take it toward the corner. Has Carter Smith and continues to dribble. Zion Wharton dribbling it back.
Possession's going to be the name of the game here for the Bears. They just want to close this thing out. Again, that 4th goal, that was the exclamation point. Now it's just a matter of running this down to 90.
Yeah, get everybody some touches as Shane Thompson played it over to Duffy. He'll go all the way back to Roman Novi Marks. His first touch. Maybe the first touch of his career.
Couple pivots there. Yeah, this is his first game as a Bear. Junior out of Rochester, New York.
We'll have a throw in now, Will Roman.
Second half.
And they'll leave it for Duffy to take the throw. As we're into the final minute of play. Shot totals here in the second half. After UMass Lowell had the first, 3 of the first 4 shots, the Bears now out shooting the Riverhawks 6-3. More importantly, all 3 Brown shots on goal are in the goal.
Yeah, I was just going to bring that up. 3 shots on goal here in the second half, 3 in the back of the net. It's not going to do great things for Medrano's goals against or his save percentage, both which were in the top 10 nationally coming into tonight.
Carter Smith into the corner. That's some heady play. Fought through a couple of Riverhawks as the final 10 seconds
7,
tick away here.
6, 5, 4.
It's a good win
3,
for the Brown Bears.
2,
They've now got a
1,
little bit of a win
0.
streak going here as they take down UMass